Greetings, salutations, and all those good things. I'm Celestial Saturn, and I'm back again with Slay the Princess. Yeah, last time I got my roommate to play it, and my manager at work watched it. So yeah, hey Tasha, thanks for the view. I'm gonna continue on because there's still so many different iterations of this to go. And you know what? We're not gonna sit here and just keep talking. We're gonna make some actions.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You know what? We're just gonna get into it. So let's see. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
You know, at this point, most of you guys watching can just go ahead and just slide the little thingy to the action. I'm just gonna do this just like to pad runtime more or less, but we're gonna be a
The
little
blade is your
non-compliant.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're just going in. Look out.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, you got a sweet one.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
That's the point. You know what? Screw it, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
I want a sweet ending.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yeah, I know, but this time I want to be diplomatic.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Let's talk a bit.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I'm pretty sure there is a person out there that is. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Everybody's got to. Okay, I can't believe that they're keeping you down here like this.
You're only making this more difficult.
I'm gonna try.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
But it's my mistake to make.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Right.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Not yet, because in the last one they did say that I was growing larger, so I might be growing stronger, and there might be a point that can just rip the chain out.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Exactly. I'm trying the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Uh-huh.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
But then how am I going to do it?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Screw you.
Easier for whom?
Exactly. The narrator doesn't want her to escape. We're just the senseless pawn. But every time we complete a mission with her, a certain entity grows more complete, and we grow stronger. It's more or less obvious that this whole thing has been orchestrated by the narrator to keep two powerful entities apart. But I'm very curious of what will happen to the narrator if we complete everything.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
For all we know, he's the one that caused all of this, and if me and her get out, we could combat the narrator and put everything right.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
True.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I mean, the fact she's not screaming, she really had to have a resolve on this.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I'm giving the blade to her.
Or we could use it to free her.
Exactly.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Pick up her arm.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Nope.
No, she didn't.
I mean, she a beast, we get that. But it's a beast we should have on our side in case shit goes down.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
How about we fix that wound first?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do...
Exactly, don't do that.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess. That's all it says is slay her. Ah, there's that. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm not gonna...
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
No. Slay her, slay her, slay her. There it is, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Exactly.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I'm trying for a new ending.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Nope. We'll get there eventually.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her
Exactly.
sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I don't care.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She's gonna grab onto us crying and apologizing in the next iteration, isn't she?
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Nope.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
True. Or you could have, slit the connecting tissues of my wrist, because then I wouldn't be able to hold the blade and we could have left out that way.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
I'm gonna keep being nice to her in this iteration.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
I know. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Yeah.
She will not only. Excuse me?
I had smitten? I didn't realize I had smitten.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He is trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
I got this, dumbass. Yes.
Last time? What are you talking about?
You know.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Smitty, I love you.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Don't care. I think he's my favorite.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
We'll proceed to the cabin. Something squelched.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prison.
Yes!
The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Now this is the scene to save a damn princess.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna go ahead and just approach that mirror first.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right
One of these days you're gonna admit that there's a mirror there.
But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Are we a bird? I'm entering without it again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Now, this makes it look way more storybook. Now, this I could see like an evil stepmother, an evil father locking her away. We're here to save her. That this is how it feels. This feels right. And I'm double checking that my roommate is not behind me trying to act like a weird creature.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Considering all the other iterations I've seen, this is better. This is so much better.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you
Yeah.
think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
True. But what's the fun in that?
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I'm fine with it.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Oh, she's got ruffles and her hair is even nicer. Her crown is a bit more regal. Though that arm could have been drawn better, but I also have the issue of drawing arms and hands, so I can't be upset about it.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul
Good
imprisonment.
lord.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Good lord. You're a hopeless romantic. I'm so glad I got you this round.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Yes, this is right.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
You idiot.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
You hopeless romantic.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
What did you mean by you really hope that you'd be the first?
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
That might be a way of damning the whole world, because think of like how some people believe how teleportation would be. That you have to destroy yourself in one spot and be reconstructed in another to be able to teleport. So if, everything resets, a whole world did go into oblivion, but was recreated in this iteration.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Again, I don't care.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
You hope for a kiss or a lay.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Let's do it.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I am. I'm saving her. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
I mean... I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She is so positive.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what
That
to do?
is a good question.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Are you serious?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch me.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's
It's
weird?
definitely weird. But also play nice and you get out, you're gonna play nice.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay
Nope.
her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Exactly.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Wow.
You wouldn't. I would.
Smitty.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Exactly.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Oh, she looks very regal.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Okay.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Ah, shut up, narrator. Enjoy it.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Nope. We're being good.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave. We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what's next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Hey, let the guy have a happy ending.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Exactly.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Yeah, it is. It's like just, yeah, you guys are way too happy. Shut the hell up and stay in the basement.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
You thought.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Exactly.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
All right, Smitty, open the door.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Doesn't matter.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
I'm so glad that I got Smitty.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I want to see what this idiot will do.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yep. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
The love route hurts him way more.
And
Yeah, and
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and... Blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
nope, we're getting out of here.
You're enjoying this,
Yes.
aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me
Yep.
suffer. I hate
I'm
you.
glad.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
Yep,
We did it. What should we do now?
you're about to get claimed by the many hands.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
It's time for her to go now.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's just going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Whoa. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. It all seems too distant as soon as I'm near.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Do you still not care what I bring next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I mean, there is still so much I can ask. But I'll just say that I'm ready to go back. Let's go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And we die. Okay, that's only been like 35 minutes, so we're gonna do a quick one where we just do what the narrator wants us to do.
You're on a path.
Yeah, we're
You're
gonna
here.
skip that and just do it. Because then we just go ahead and whenever my thing would like to give, yeah. I'm using a controller.
You make your way up the short path.
Yeah, I'm just using a controller to do it because it's easier to hide the clicks.
The interior of the the blade.
We'll take the blades.
You take the blade from
No. We're just gonna speed run this one.
the door. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
And we continue down.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Still your nerves to step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should just...
She's unarmed. If you
Okay. Drop the blade, slay the princess.
you lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her
She
face.
died the way she lived. Bored and annoyed.
But is it over? Really over?
Not really. Really?
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement
We're
behind
already
you.
in the long quiet.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
You could at least put some board games or something into the cabin, because I'm going to lose my mind to do something very unspeakable to the corpse.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now.
There's something I can do.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I'm gonna do unspeakable things in the basement.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. You got any idea how to get out?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. Right. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Oh shit.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Let's do it.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
So do I.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Yep.
Don't you dare.
Nope, I'm out.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
No, it is not enough. You literally trapped me with nothingness. And you realize if someone's trapped with nothingness for a long enough time, we're going to hallucinate and see some very messed up shit. And you are stuck here with us. You will start seeing us do some messed up shit. And it's either we're up here with you or down there with a corpse. Either way, the narrator, which is you, will see some very messed up things. So it's time to rage quit this game of life and go for another round.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Good.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Okay.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Kind of poetic that you let the body thud happen after you said the end. God damn it.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
No. Screw you.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay, that was a different one. Alright, let's just go.
A warning. She will lie. She won't be a problem.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air.
Yeah.
The blade is your It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Let's just take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's just go in there. We're not looking at it this time.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I am not looking forward to what's waiting down there.
The room below is silent.
Yeah.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yeah.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
See, now this is the realistic way she would have died.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you.
Oh.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath
Oh,
the
she is
floor.
going to scare us to freaking death.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on
Can't kill
here?
what's already dead.
Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Now, it's time to convince her to walk out that door.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Okay.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
This is actually very cool. They have very much did better since the demo.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I mean, it's not possible. I want to see how this plays out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again.
Hmm.
So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper.
Alright,
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
let's explore that. And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
Yeah.
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna release her again, most likely.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Still, I'll let her out. Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury those bones?
No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
I like the double speak though. So is there like a ward or a charm that physically prevents her from leaving?
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
That is true.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch
You
your
get
ride.
possessed?
After all,
Oh.
you owe me.
Hey, calm down. I was on board until you did that. I was on board.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape
Don't
this
care.
place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
I mean, we are withering now, so screw it.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
That us is way bolder than I expected. We might actually be able to do a bit more context if we let her possess us.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Y'all making some good points.
You won't like how things play out if you go down
I'm
this
going
path.
down this path. This will be temporary, right? You'll leave once we end the cabin. Before I agree, we need to talk about what happens after you leave. I was told that you would end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She is right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Okay. I'm not cold, I'm just dumb. I'm just a big, dumb, stupid idiot. Stupid. What was I thinking? Just believing what I was told. I mean, true.
Oh, cut it out. You don't need to be so pathetic.
Well, she's gonna feel bad, and that's kind of my goal right now.
Sure. Did that make you feel better?
No. What are you gonna do if I help you out?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt
You already are.
It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
Afterlife.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
Again, stop doing that face. I would help you if you would stop that face.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do again.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Alright.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
Alright. After I killed you, where's the thing? I want to tell her this. Teleport? It wasn't in the woods or anything.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
Okay, fair enough. You basically have an afterlife of that.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
Okay, that one scared me a bit more. Okay. You know what? Sure.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Oh, that face.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very
I hope she can
soul.
hear you.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
And this is a different perspective. Like seeing the banister and stuff. So yeah, she can hear you, ass.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me, is what I
Right?
am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here
Right.
soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you
Nope.
either?
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Exposition!
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
What?
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Exactly.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
Okay.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
We're out.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
Poor choice of words, my dear.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Sure.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Poetic.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Yay!
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Are you a jilted lover?
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Nah. Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Narrator, sit back, let this happen.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I
He
suppose.
sure did. Pain in the ass.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever. Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Pick up a passenger to take her to her destination. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Ella, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm sorry. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
Don't mention
Yeah, never again.
I think this was where I'm meant to be.
Whoa, that was even closer than before. Yeah, memory returns.
She's gone. When is that?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not for me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Come to the mirror. Look at your reflection. Oh, there's cracks on our arm. You've unraveled. I've withered, I've unraveled. Whatever's happening is definitely getting worse. And back in the long quiet, proceed to the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Nope. Trees, stars, people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
We last. Do you have thoughts on this one?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
What's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? That is a good question.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
How many more do I need?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
this is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay, we're going back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Alright, so we died. I'm just going to save it here. Like this entity said, the next one will be the last one that we need to pull herself whole. So that means the final one will be on Friday. Awesome. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do those wonderful little things. And hopefully we'll find out what the big secret is about this game. I'll see you all in the next video. Okay? Bye.